Hello and good morning, everyone. We are here. I'm at my desk. I'm trying to hopefully have live streams about every other week. That is the goal. As most of you know, sometimes goals are met, sometimes they're not. But I am here today. I've got some fun stuff. I'm excited. Hi, I'm Elizabeth, for those of you who don't know. And I'm artist, owner, creator, YouTuber, all of that, content creator for Grace and Lottie's. And I'm excited about this. For those of you who saw the short, and then I also put it up on my stories, this I did 8 years ago, and it's hard to believe it's been 8 years. I remember doing this at the coffee shop, just trying to get a feel for pencils. It was like the first time I'd ever had a white that like actually like showed up, and I was like so excited about the way the white worked with the Prismacolor here in this little peony. And it was fun to pull out the sketchbook and see it again. And I'm like, oh, I remember you. I remember working on you, and it's been that long. So exciting to pull her out and get to share her with you again. I know it's not perfect. It's not the best peony ever, but 8 years ago me did that, and I've been still kind of having. But today the focus is going to be on this Grizaye drawing kit that I got. It is pink peonies. It comes with 17 pieces, as you see here. I'm really curious because it's like a grayscale image that you add the color to. I've never done anything like this. Like, this is the first time I've ever worked on grayscale. I have a feeling it's going to work pretty much like everything else, where you just keep working color and working color and working color. You know, it's like low layers, just keep adding. And I don't know how this is going to take like different medium. Like, I am used to being a Gamsol blender. I have a feeling that this is going to use blender pencils instead, which I do have. Let me pull those over here. The blender pencils that they set. Look, I've even got them still in their, I've kept them in their package just so that if I needed to show the package for anything, I had it, but it's actually open, as you see here. It's showing some blending and burnishing as well with doing it. I did do a video showing this. It was just a short, a while back. So let's flip over, see the back. It says 17 pieces. It's got some pencils. This came with 3 pencils, and I'm trying to remember where those 3 pencils ended up. It's very possible. Hold on, I'm going to pull them out if I can grab them. I have a feeling that they fell behind. They did. They fell behind my desk here. Hold on just a second. I'll have those out. Came with 3. And I tested those. I mean, just a real quick little test. They're right here. Just your basics here. Geranium, blue, and sunburst are the colors here. Now, this one comes with 12 more pencils. So hopefully it'll be different colors. And then I will have 15 colors in the set, because this set has like totally, and I could read right here. It shows you. That's little. Oh, it looks like I do have I get sunburst again. So I only have 14 pencils plus the burnisher. I've been so curious about these pencils because they are supposedly oil and wax. And that has me like curious, because like I've used Kohinoor, I've used Polychromos, I've used Prismacolor. So just curious how these are going to lay down, how they're going to feel in comparison. I am normally a Gamsol blender. I want to see how they work with that. And having some more pencils here will give me a lot more work. I thought about doing a challenge with these, because they also sent like the littlest little Legion, like little pad right here like that I thought would be like adorable to try to do little teeny mushrooms on it. And I may still do that. Like, I follow Marin Mushrooms on Instagram, and if you don't follow them, I would totally recommend following Marin Mushrooms. Their photography is incredible. I've got my coffee in my center glass mug. I'm not going to show you the mug, because if I show you the mug, I will dump the coffee on myself. That's normally not a good idea. So are we ready? Is it time to pull? It has been opened. Here we go. Okay, so here's the pencils. Oh, this is adorable. I was not expecting them to be in a cute little case. I adore this cute little case. Honestly, I can... Is it in here? It's in here. I bought some things one day just so I could get this little case. I adore pencil cases like this. I am excited by that. Another little pencil sharpener. I love my sharpener that I have right here, my X-Acto. So I'm probably not going to use this. I have bad memories because I remember sharpening pencils for my kids, their color pencils, one day when I homeschooled them, and literally I wore a blister in my finger. Okay, that's everything in here. So we've got these pencils. Here's our guide. Okay, so it kind of tells you what colors to use where. Okay, yes, this is grayscaled. It does have a tint to it though. So that will help with knowing for placement. And then we do have the reference is gorgeous. I love peonies. I really do. So, okay. So there's our reference. Let me take a quick photo of that and I will pop my reference up over here so we can all see the reference. And that way I'll have it on the screen for everybody. That seems like a smart idea. I'm trying to get a good photo here so you guys are seeing my phone. Hold on a second. There we go, that's a better one. Okay. I will pop that up now. Let's... And... I'd love to know how everybody's week is going. If you're excited to have made it. Okay, sending it over. I'll take just a second here. I love the jazz music. I'll let that sit there for right now so you guys can see it nicely. I am so excited about working on this. I think it's going to be so much fun. So weird to have ads in your email. Okay, I'll have it up here in just a split second, and that'll be fun to have that there. Oh goodness, it's huge in comparison. Look at that. There we go. Now you guys can see the peony part. It's not going to have all of it just because it's not a 16:9. But that's nice. That is there now. So you guys have their reference. The paper is got a very interesting feel. I know they said it was Legion paper. It's their Stonehenge warm white. Does it say anything more on this? I think that's what this, hold on. Figure out a little more on the paper here. I got to get back behind my desk again. There we go. I've got the little pad of this. You can tell me a little bit more about it. This paper has a refined, strong, and versatile quality with characters of warm white tones. Smooth, supple surface has traditional feel and the ability to apply multiple layers. Stonehenge warm white. So it doesn't really say much more than that. I thought, wait, anything else about that? So interesting there. Definitely can tell it's a warm white. Do I have? You see, there's cool white next to it. So that's what that's one of my pieces of paper I use to white balance my camera. Okay. You know what? We might use some of this little paper to swatch here. Just pull it out. This will be useful. I'm curious what the colors are going to be like. First time seeing all this. Let's see, what is their order? We will go with their order. They start with blush. Here is blush. Okay. So, very pink. Oh, there's a little sticker in here. Oh, there it was a swatching page in here if I had looked. Okay. Set that over there. Next in their order is hot pink. They have a nice smooth feel. I'll tell you that next. They've got raw umber. Then sunburst. That sunburst is a nice yellow. I love warm orangey yellows like that, and I would say it was a yellow, not an orange. It kind of sits at the intersection of them. Ooh, that's a bright, happy yellow there. It's very happy. Leaf is next. The names are fun on these. Leaf. Oh, well, that came out way more vibrant than I was expecting. Like, I was expecting more of an avocado, and that was like, boom, that is green. Like, green. Next, we're going with kelp. That one is what I expected. Turquoise. That's a good turquoise. I love a good blue-green, like, sky. If you've watched any of my other pencil reviews, you'll know, ooh, that sky lays down. Like, you know how different pencils will feel a little different. This one is, like, when it's laying down, that was very satisfying. Good purple. It's leaning a little red, but I'm okay. Like, most purples, I don't see many that I would say are like true purples. They really lean one way or another. And most of the time I see purples that lean more blue in what they say is their true purple. And I like that one does not. Okay, this one's pomegranate. Yeah, that fits into the Bordeaux, burgundy, and then white. White, I have a feeling, is going to be blender and placeholder on here, which is fine. And this tone tan is not going to show up. I can see it just a teeny bit on its own. Let's kind of see how these white blend just a little bit. Okay, it does pull just a little bit there. to see how much these kind of just without any color. Sometimes you can pull a little more than others. I'm also curious. Okay, I can get, like you can see there, I was able to pull white on that guy. I laid down a lot of color. I was curious how well the white. Let's see, do I have anything dark? Curious. I think I may have a black swatch here. Hold on just a second. Okay, it's not an exciting piece of paper, but I saved these just for this. Let's kind of get a feel. Pretty good coverage. I'm curious what the blush will look like. Ooh, will the hot pink look a little neon? Okay, kind of gives you an idea there for the white with those. Okay, so now we've got nice little color swatch. I'm trying to figure out my desk layout for right now. How I want things to sit. I'll turn those that way. That'll work. And then the swatch can go here. There we go. What do you guys think so far? I think it's time to start putting down put down the color. Okay. Each color pencils where it is to be used. Follow the step by step on the back. Okay. Oh, there was a back. It helps to read the back. For the center of the peony, use raw umber and sunburst to trace the darkest areas, then white and yellow on top. Okay, then add blue, yellow, and purple where the tones apply, blending with the white. And creating the bokeh background. Start by blocking the section using soft light layers. Think in terms of shapes without overall interpreting what you're seeing. Trust that it will come together as you step back. Because yeah, up here is very much. Yeah, as you work forward, this will make the background go to the back. Work carefully around each petal to preserve the white of the paper. Yes. Pro tips: once complete, use your burnisher. Blender pencils on the petal for variable feels and odors. But okay, so they do say to use odorless mineral spirits, so we're gonna need to get that together. I will get that in just a second. I love my odorless. I love my Gamsol. Foreground details can seem overwhelming, so work in small sections. Yup. Start by tracing over the darkest areas of the pomegranate kelp to preserve those details. Okay. Infuse all the colors you can find, blending in light layers as you go. When rendering water drops, create a shadow along the edges and maintain a strong highlight. Yes. I would almost say it's more important to maintain your highlights because it's so much harder to go and put a highlight back in. I mean, you can, there are ways, but it's so much easier to keep slowly working darker than it is to try to highlight back in once you lose a highlight. Remember, no one will compare your finished piece to the reference. Yes, so don't try to make a perfect replica. Continue filling in the leaves and pushing your colors. The test sheet provided to swatch and mix your colors will help prevent mistakes and later experience color before applying it. We've got our swatch here. I have more paper if I need it. Simply go over the entire piece again, darkening, brightening, and blending. That is probably the best advice there, is to just keep doing layers and layers and layers. Those of you who may remember the succulent, it was on Instagram, Prismacolor actually featured that one. That one, now it wasn't working full time on it. It took 4 months from when I started to when I finished it. And it was so many layers just going back and back and back. And I started with art sticks because it's big. It's 2 feet by 3 feet. And it was just keep going back, adding a little layer, adding a little deeper. You know, it was a lot of just going back and refining the layers, refining the layers, refining the layers. Okay, cool. So I think the way they're describing, they start in the center and work our way out. It's always the most daunting to me to put the first colors in there. Recommending these guys. So we'll go ahead and pull these 3 out. Right here that they want us to work with. Make our little right there. Let me get my Gamsol together. I have most of it here, but I've got to get a paper towel to be ready. So I will be right back. Okay, we're back. We have Gamsol. We have my blending brushes, which are filberts in different sizes. And we've got some paper towel. My desk is becoming cluttered really fast. Doesn't help that I've got the whole streaming setup here too. That does take up some space. So let's see, what can I kind of clear off right now? We will try their sharpener here in a little bit when it comes time to sharpen. They all came pre-sharpened, and it feels like a decent sharpening. Unlike Prismacolors, which come sharpened, but by technicality. If you've ever tried to work with a Prismacolor the way they come sharpened out of the box, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Warming up my coffee. I did bring the carafe in here, so I don't have to get to go do that today. Okay. I feel like I'm kind of procrastinating. We'll go ahead and get one of the blenders out too. There we go. Because there are spots to use a blender pencil and not a brush too. If you've ever worked in tight areas, that's where my chair is not wanting to scoot up on the carpet. There we go. Okay. Trace the darkest areas. This is in here. This feels so weird doing it this way. Okay, our first bit of color is on. I did those first spots with pretty firmly to really set them in. Now I'm going in light because those were some pretty... That is a petal. That is a petal there. I'm kind of picking the areas where it's going to be a little darker. Normally work with points that are a little sharper. Like this one has a pretty broad tip at the end. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and come now in with this. To zoom in a little bit for you guys since I'm working there so you guys can see a little bit better. We'll come back in and do smaller areas in a minute. I'm trying to get like a base level of color in here. After it getting really warm, we're in a little bit of a cold snap right now, so the heat's had to kick back on. Every time it kicks on, it smells like heat that's had to kick back on. Okay, so there is that. Now I want to come in and we're going to go in hard where there are really bright highlights. I'm going to kind of use our white. My white's clean. Make sure the white's clean. Because the more I put in those spots right now, this is technically petal, but I want to preserve this edge right there. The happier I'm going to be because this will keep it from taking color. I don't want to take that. Okay. The rest really isn't super bright. These right there have a lot of exposure. The rest is yellow. It doesn't have white highlight. I'm kind of used, like most of the succulents, because of the way they take white, the leaves almost have a white outline on them. I'm kind of used to that, or petals, depending on how you look at succulents. They're technically leaves, but that feels a little strange to not have that with this. Now, well. I feel like I'm working in a pretty big area right now, just as I said before, trying to get in some just base color. That's pretty white there. I didn't grab that area. It's starting. Okay, now we can see all the areas that are yellow. I know they used raw umber. I am seeing a lot of pink in that. I may hit that with the hot pink at some point, or I may pull my red. It'll blend in. I know it will blend with these colors. Just that itty bitty hint of that in there. I don't have enough color in these yet to really start. Okay, we're gonna just start working an area now, right in here. Okay, we're gonna use our first bit of Gamsol down here. Okay, I'm gonna work in a slightly different area for a minute while that funny when you're working on something like this how quickly like the shapes start losing like any sense of what in the world it actually is? Like I'm not in reality anymore. I think it's starting to come together here. I still feel like it's a hair. The umber is working, but it's not quite as warm. I'm really tempted on that red, but red is so red. So I was thinking about using the hot pink. Let's just watch the red. Let's see how red the geranium is. We may cheat here. Okay, so it is a slightly orangey red. It's not blue red. I think if I'm looking especially right in here, the amount of red that's right there, if you look, not a lot, just a little. And there's a little bit up there, just a teeny bit. I feel like there's a little bit more definition up here, right here, than I've got in here right now. Just realizing we're gonna go to manual focus. We haven't been on manual focus. A little out of practice. Okay, I'm back. My husband called real quick. Okay, back in on this. I'm not going to talk a whole lot because it's just going to be a lot of layering right now. I'll show you guys the colors I'm using here real quick. I am pulling in the red a little bit just because there is red on this. And so that's the best way to bring it in, is to actually have red there. I'm going to need to clean that up a little bit. I can do that with the gamsols. I can push that color over just a little bit, but I'm using these. I may use a teeny bit of the pink just to kind of tint the red just a little bit more towards this, kind of to tint it into colors that go with the rest of the piece. Just, it's one of those fun little color theories to make the colors blend together well, but red is the right choice. I am happy that I pulled it out. Glad I had it already. But anyway, let's get back to work. calling it on this section for now, just because it's really starting to lose all meaning. It reaches a point where it's time to walk away and work on another area. So we're gonna start on a couple of petals. So I like to start in the middle and work my way out with this. So it's time to kind of start getting in there now and working now. Let's zoom out here just a minute. So you guys can see this area up here is going to be a lot of white, blending it in. Now it's technically it's this with the white. I mean, it's not just white. I mean, this right here is pretty close. Like, it is just the littlest bit tinted. Do have a couple of water droplets. So those are going to be really interesting to do, because I'm probably going to do those last, just because I'm going to have to work in a darker color that I really don't want to bleed elsewhere onto this. And so it's it'll be easier to kind of work it. I'll have the highlights in there, but not work the deeper color just yet. So anyway, but let's go ahead and hop in here. Let's see how these colors do. A little nervous. I'm always nervous when I switch into a new area. And considering that the last time when I was doing my geraniums over the summer, I had trouble with leaves. Like, you wouldn't imagine. Like, I was like, why am I having so much trouble with leaves? And there are a lot of leaves on here. So the leaves have me a teeny bit nervous, but we can do it. We can do it. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. Hey, shrubs. I don't know how long ago you said that. I'm just now seeing it. Hello. Yeah, we've got a good start. Got the yellow going. Now we're getting into the first petals here. It's been a minute since I've done artwork like this, so I'm having to flex my muscles again to get them going for thinking through all the different color theory and putting in the way I want. Yeah, we're getting there. I'm a hop around, so you saw I ended up here and now I'm down here. But yeah, I think it's coming out pretty well so far. I'm probably going to work the middle a little bit because it's a little to the brown. It needs to be a little orangier. So, but I needed to walk away to get my brain back wrapped back around it. So. It is good practice to get back into. I've been working on things for the Etsy store so much that literally just doing swatching after swatching after swatching. I don't have to think too much about blending and putting it all back together. Okay. I'm happy with where this is for now. Let's see if I can get these back guys finished up, and then we can work a little bit more out in the front, just because they're so different, because they're getting most of the light right there. So their colors are very different. I'm looking forward to doing this one because it's got some yellow in it, and I enjoy getting to combine colors like that. It's always the oddball. Succulents have the same thing, where like one area will be a little, one of the leaves / petals will be just a little different than all the others. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go, let's see, what time is it right now? This stream is probably gonna go another 2 hours. I'm gonna take a break here in a second because I have to stretch my legs every so often. I'll take a 5-minute break and then be back. So yeah, I'll be going about another 2 hours till 2. 10 to 2. So actually it is perfect. So we're right at the 2-hour mark right now. Get up, stretch my legs. It's a great time if you need to go refill your drink, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Hope you guys enjoyed the chill jazz tunes. A lot of this just sounds like elevator music, which I actually love. I think it's really fun. Gonna be hopping back into this, but sweet little Lottie, my little dog, she's an 8-pound toy poodle. She is my assistant. She needed to go outside too while I was taking that little break, which was actually perfect timing. Normally, she is not that great at timing that when I'm streaming, so perfect timing there. We had her big birthday this week. So my assistant turned 6 on Monday, so it was a lot of fun having her sweet little birthday, knowing that, my goodness, that means we've almost had her for 6 years because we got her the day she turned 8 weeks old. So also crazy to think about that sweet little dog. Okay, I'm gonna work this petal a little bit more later. I want to get the others roughed in before I start doing a lot more detail work with them. It's easier when you see the big picture, for me at least, to be able to come in and do detail. I think I've got a good start on that guy. I think the toning is pretty good for my values, and that this isn't pure white. It's actually the teeniest bit pink. Make sure we're... There we go. Felt like we weren't centered well. That does look amazing. Thank you, Shrubs. I think it's coming together well. I want to tone this a little more orange, mainly because this is a little bit more orange. As it said on the back, let me reread. Maybe I need to listen again to what they said. Remember, no one will compare your finished piece to the reference, so don't try to make a perfect replica. Remind myself of that. Because that is the overachiever in me right there, that I will sit there and rework. Oh yeah, thank you, Kat. Welcome in. I know. Glad you're here. Happy lurk. But yes, Lottie, sweet little Lottie. It's a gray day, so there aren't birds, so that's why you guys haven't heard her barking today. Normally the birds drive her nuts. It is gray and cold again here. So I don't know what it's like with you. So let's get back. Let's actually get back into this. Let's see here. Going back in with the blush. Here it is their number 012. I'm going to kind of give you guys what I'm planning. This is, I'm going to show you what, and me making my own little adjustments here. For here, they talk about hot pink, blush, and white. So those are those. And then using the yellow and purple where tones apply, and the blue. It came with this shade of blue, the sky, and I swatched real quick the other blue that I have, which is just a plain blue. And I know why the sky came. When you've only got 12 colors to pick, the sky makes sense because you need it for the background. You need that greenish blue shade. I may use this blue instead up here on the peony, just because I feel like it will give me a little bit better purple. Just like I used a little bit of red in here. And I may go back with a little bit more red, just to tone it just a teeny bit. I may also use some of the red in the deep spots here just to kind of help just the teeniest bit, because a little bit of red goes a long way. You always want to be careful with your red. But if I really need to get in there and get it deep, it'll be useful. And I'm seeing here, looking, because there's the color pencil here of theirs. So I was having a little bit of issue here getting the toning right, and I see how they toned it and how this one's toned, well, colored. I mean, the different pictures they picked. They added some yellow in there, which I like. I mean, I'm looking at how orange they got their middle, and I'm like, I want mine to be that orange. But They added more yellow here. I only added a teeny bit to get it to blush. It's not, I really added the littlest bit. Blush is a tough shade, and I know this is called blush here. I'm getting it a little peachier. So maybe more like a deco peach, but not like a true peach. Maybe we'll say this is cool blush and I'm trying to go for warm blush. Is maybe the best way to put it. I'm trying to think the exact shade here. And if I have something I can grab, I don't. Not that's quick and easy. I don't have room to get my Prismas out and go through 150 shades and say, this shade right here. Or Crayolas, and none of them are close by. On the other side of the room. But yeah, just to warm it up, just the teeniest bit of yellow. Again, the yellow in this, especially if you hit it with Gamsol, sometimes can go a lot further. So it's another one to be super, super careful with. Okay. Stretch, and let's go back in. We're diving in. Let's get down here. Kat, I know you're lurking, but if you can hear it, I'm going to let you know that I know how live streams used to be on Saturdays, but they're going to be on Fridays now. It's because that's when my schedule works. My daughter's work schedule, which I fully support, varies on Saturdays. And so I have to be ready to take her to work. So I can't say for sure what time on Saturdays I'll be available. So that's why it's moved to a day where I know I can be here. But we're shooting for every other week right now. And I have a feeling this is going to take me a couple weeks, and that's great. Like, I'm happy about it. I'm going to for sure this live stream and before the next one get this roughed in. I'm not going to have it finished because I'm too slow. And I'm okay with being slow because I get it. I'm happy with the way it turns out. I'm not trying to be fast. I'm trying to enjoy the journey with it. But with the upload schedule now, on the weeks I don't have a live stream, I'll have a video releasing. We're going to still work. I'm not going to come in with the darks yet. I'm still going to be working these lights. Because that'll come in easy. I'm going to need to get this line a little stronger too. Looking forward to lives again. I know. I'm glad to be getting back into them. There was a point where I wasn't able to do them just because they weren't getting any views. And I was watching my analytics and it's like, I need to focus time elsewhere and getting the channel back up. And with shorts and everything, I can safely say, I mean, it may not show in like the longer videos, but with shorts views, things are looking healthy again, which is good. I I was ready for that. Okay, we're gonna gamsol this, but we're gonna use the big brush. I haven't used the big brush on this yet, so we can do the bigger area. Let's get it ready. I just have a paper towel over on the side. Just gonna kind of. Gamsoling like I had some yellow in there, and I know I didn't have any yellow in my brush. Could just be the warm white of the paper coming through when it gets wet. To be honest, these areas where you work with the white are the hardest on the whole thing, so let that dry because I still want to work in that area, and I'm being impatient with it. I'll go to a different area. I think I may, just to let you guys know, do this guy down here as a short. I think he'll be fun as a short because that one has a lot of interesting colors and a water droplet, and I wanted to have a water droplet for a coloring short with this. Okay, this should be pretty dry. Yeah. I'm gonna deepen the pink just a little bit. Basically a line from here. And I got a little bit right there. Then it goes on a diagonal from here to here. I just almost dipped my brush in my coffee instead of my gamsol. That would have created an interesting effect. I forgot to put this back on manual focus, so it focuses on the art rather than my hand. that's looking pretty good right there. That's gotten tone this down just a little bit. And then this. Okay, now for that one. Where's the big guy? There's the big guy. These are behaving really well with the Gamsol. I didn't know what to expect with them. I haven't had to put down as much on the paper. Normally you have to put down more pencil on the paper before the Gamsol really does much. But these are actually they really like that medium, which was great for me because that's what I'm used to using. I do have the blender pencil here. That'll come in more handy on finishing to really get into tight areas, and it will get used. So anyway, welcome. I can tell we're up to 10 viewers here, which is exciting. Welcome in. Hi, I'm Elizabeth. This is Grace and Lottie's. It's my channel named after my grandmother and great-grandmother. And not my dog. My dog's name is Lottie. But here I like to do a lot with colored pencils. I also do some spirograph and other relaxing art and look at different craft kits that I find. So this is fun because it is pencils and a kit. It's both. So enjoying getting to have some fun with this. So you're enjoying it. Please give a like. It really helps out. And as well, if you want to watch more and get to follow this journey, hit that subscribe button. Is also super, super helpful. It's free. It costs you nothing. And it does help out the channel quite a bit. So just welcome. So it's kind of, oh, we're up to 12. We're growing. So thank you guys for coming in. It's confusing because I'm Elizabeth and the channel does not have my name in it. It is Grace and Lottie's because I thought it would be nice to name it after my grandmother and great-grandmother. The whole company is Grace and Lottie's Media. It's because I feel like we kind of, you know, those that came before us really do shape us quite a bit. So be careful, that's still got some Gamsol and I can tell whether the pencil's going down. I'm gonna put a teeny bit here just to bring the purple, make the purple behave, because it really is very purple up here. Thank you for the subscribing. Welcome in. The Gamsol works great with the pencils. Yes. Oh yeah, the Leisure paper is definitely holding up. I'm not having any trouble with it. And loving the layer, like any paper that allows you to just throw layers and layers and layers on it is great. I haven't used Legion a whole lot, to be honest. most of what I have currently is Strathmore, just because that's what my local art supply store up in Louisville carried back when I was up there. I'm now in Nashville. And I love shopping local. So I just got what they had. Oh, look at all these subscribes. Thank you, Kathy and Elaine. Welcome in. We're now up to 15 viewers. I'm Elizabeth. Welcome in. Yeah, the paper's doing great. I can always tell, like, most when I'm making my swatch sheets for home right now for the Etsy store, I'm going to tell you guys a little secret just because I have to save money. I've been doing them on copy paper, which copy paper and pencils are not a happy, like, combination, but just from budget and stuff, I've been using that. And to not be on copy paper feels wonderful. When I do actually like compare pencils and review them, I use it. Thank you. I think it's turning out great. I'm actually very happy with it. Where's my little brush? And if you're not used to odorless mineral spirits, which Yamsol is an odorless mineral spirit, use a filbert brush. I tried not to use a filbert brush at first and just use a brush I had. And the difference in having the right brush for working with it was a huge difference. So that way, I know a lot of my viewers are beginner artists, and so just to share that little fun fact with them too. These pencils, I'm very happy. This is my first time using them, and I'm very happy with them. And I've used a lot of different brands. The copy paper is usually a pure white, so it does help you see the true color. That is true with that. It is very bright white. And I'm working with them right now. Like I had my scanner out the other day. So you guys are getting to hear a little bit of a preview of something I'm working on. I am scanning all of them right now and then working with them digitally to get, like, from my swatch sheets, actual RGB values and all of that from them. And so having them all on the same type of paper is really important so I can get accurate with them. And when you have, let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes of different Crayolas looking at me right now. I have my Staedtler Design Journeys, my Kohinoors, my Prismacolor. Like, I've got a lot of pencils. Crazy Arts. Which the Crazy Arts really surprised me for budget pencils. Not gonna lie. Having something that I can keep it what's the word? Consistent through all of them. I actually really I prefer toned paper. I really like working on black is a blast. Now this obviously wouldn't work on black. It would be, goodness, are we ready to move on? Yeah, we're ready to move on. I'm just thinking about trying to do this. It would not work to have the design on black, obviously. But I love working on tone tan. I've worked a little bit on tone gray. I've only done actually one piece on tone gray, and that was live on stream. It was me getting back into doing, like, from a picture, color, pencil, sketch. And actually it was for my daughter. It was the little lizard. She has it hanging up on her wall. That's like the most boring little section, but that pretty much has that little area done. I will take easy. It's actually a teeny bit of purple. Tiniest bit. Super light. And so my tone gray isn't that, but as you saw, like, my sketchbook here is a tone tan. I don't know if I've got anything. Oh, I've got just some, this is all just practice. I don't have anything else in the sketchbook. I'm just going to see if I have anything right here right now I can show you guys, but nothing that's worth looking at. My giant succulent, the one that was talked about earlier that Prismacolor featured, it's actually done on dark brown paper from Canson, and it was big. Like, it took up my desk. It's 3 feet by 2 feet. Working on it, and it was a lot of fun. Just because that was my first experience really working through the whole process, especially for something that big, using art sticks, which they don't make anymore, to do the big areas, then to work smaller and smaller and smaller to get into details. So it was a very good learning process, learning project. And it's hanging up in my kitchen, which my kitchen has a fireplace in it, which one of the weird things with this house. But it's hanging up in there. It's like they put a kitchen or a fireplace in the kitchen, but not in the living room. So we could chat about what is the strange thing in your house that makes you go, why did they choose that? Just the teeniest bit of purple and just a tone, not because I want to darken that area so much. Super, super, super light hand with that. And we're getting the big brush out, guys. It's in the fun mix, isn't it? So literally, I'm going to be honest, what I did is I went through and looked for all the free jazz music in YouTube. And I didn't get through all of them. I got a long enough playlist and just downloaded those. I don't know if anybody else listens to those channels like that are on YouTube, like when you're working or stuff, that are like, it's kind of started mostly, it used to be Chilled Cow, it's now Lo-Fi Girl. And like channels like that. To like set your mood. And it's kind of gray here today, so the jazz is like perfect. I try to offer exactly what I put in the title. It is chill jazz with coloring. I want this more pink. So here's the original picture on the paper. Yes. So what this is this is a kit. I'll show you guys the kit because a lot of people weren't here at the beginning. This is a kit that comes right here. I can zoom out. Sorry, camera's gonna right here. That comes with the original and then a grayscale on the Legion art paper. Right here, it's from Grizaye. And it came with 12 pencils. I threw in my own red and blue just to kind of help that I had from them already. With directions here and stuff for you to be able to create. So that's really nice. I've never worked this way, so this is totally new to me. I'm used to an original, and what I'll do is I'll get an outline on the paper. A lot of times the way I work is I'll have my reference and I'll print it the right size, and then I'll create using either graphite or white transfer paper, create an outline, and then work that way. This is a very different way for me to work. So I'm enjoying it because it's different. So yeah, that's what's going on with it. And so kind of give you guys, can show you, I've swatched the pencils right here. And then these are the two I'm using as well, just because there was a couple of spots where the red was nice. And I think I'll use this blue on the leaves just because this is a little bit of a warmer blue and the cooler blue is more so the tone that's in them looking at the reference. So right there's all the colors. I already had the Gamsol and the brushes. I know that Grizaye was in the chat earlier. If they're still in the chat, if you want to, real quickly, I'm looking, where did my phone go? That's a good question. Never mind, I was going to say if you want to, there it is. If you want to email me a link, or here, let me see if I can real quickly pull up a link. It's not an affiliate link to the product. I can put it in so people can go check it out. Work with outline with it as well. I know, that's pretty much, and that's the one I like to, that I've taught on here and worked with people, is like going from adult coloring to creating original pieces is like, you can do that. Like if you've got a picture that you like, there's no reason you can't go from coloring books to creating color pencil artwork. Yeah, if you want to send me if you're here and listening still, I'll put it into the I can drop it in the chat from my phone. I have my chat linked to, or locked down to where people can't just come in and start spamming links. Okay, let's get that back. Give myself a little bit of working space here. Get ready to go back. Okay. Where were we again? I was over here. It's like I was trying to remember where I was working. Go in here now. Using the big brush again. Big brush is great for the big areas. I don't have a whole lot of a pencil here for it to work with. Okay. Let that dry just a little bit before we go back in. This peony's making me miss. We had a peony at our house in Louisville that I absolutely adored. Looks like there's... I want to kind of get... I want to soften that a little bit. Add a little white on it. It's too... Okay. There we go. That's softening now. There are some water droplets on here. It's going to be hard to see because they're little in that area that I'm trying to preserve for right now. So when I come back to that area later, it'll be trying to do the highlights here first. Pencil down here yet for it to grip onto. I'm going to be curious. I will probably try these in one of my coloring books as well. Still don't have enough there, really. So you kind of see how that's behaving. It's because there's not really enough pencil there yet for it to really blend together. A little bit more and then we'll... dry for just a minute. My hands smell like Gamsol. Oh, thanks for coming by. We want to try this now? I know. Check it out. I do recommend it. I'm having fun. I think it takes some of the guesswork out. if nothing else, even if you just color over in solid colors, you're gonna have a pretty neat piece. I mean, if you color over lightly, like you'll get kind of that color, like toned photograph maybe kind of feel, I think, with it. I think it gives you the choice on how detailed you want to go with it. So, but yeah. I do recommend, from what little I've done so far, everything's working well. I think it is. So. Such a good way to practice. Yeah. Yeah, have a great afternoon, you too. Definitely. A little bit of purple there. Okay, there's that roughed in right there. I think this is coming out great. I may have just totally covered that up with my hand, I'm realizing as I was working on that. I'm gonna try one of the sets. I think that's got all of the ones that are like super highlighted. I mean, this right here is, but this petal down here isn't. Kind of working here now. I'm gonna put in a, we're gonna sharpen the white just a little bit. Give myself a nice, I am used to working with really sharp points. with the blush. Okay, we got a little bit of yellow right in here. This is where it gets a little tricky. So we've also got this area right here, which is also like got the teeniest bit of blue in it. Okay, we're coming up on 3 hours live. I'm going to be taking a break here in just a second. I have to get up and stretch my legs. We had snow and like really cold here in Nashville the end of January, and I fell on the ice and tore my ACL in that. So that's why I have to get up every hour. Like I have to get up, stretch it out for just a minute, and then come back. If I don't, it tells me it isn't happy. Healing great. I am doing great. Like don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining at all about it. It is. So I have to get up. I have to give a good stretch. Plus, it gives me a chance to refill my coffee. So if you've got a beverage, now's your chance to go refill, take a quick break, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Hello, I am back. Kat, I see your question there. I know Grizaye's probably gonna answer the question, but the answer is yes. I'll let them give the details, but yeah. I'm back. I gave the dog some puppy TV, which in our house, puppy TV means that I open the front door and she gets to look out the storm door at the front yard. So she may start barking a little bit more just because she can see what's going on, but she's been so quiet today. I have to spoil my dog a little bit. Where was I? I was over here. I know I'm just roughing in right now. This makes me want to like fidget with it a little bit more. I'm not going to fidget with it just yet. Yep, there she is, barking. There is a squirrel or something. Sorry, had to turn off puppy TV. That didn't last very long. You're gonna tell me about it now? I love my dog. She's a funny little thing. I think I'll work on these guys next. These have a lot of color in them, so they'll be pretty deep. Need to put in, I think we're gonna have to start with the purple. So I can really see the definition. Get my lines established here. So we filled that. Trying to do like the lightest bit. There we go, that got some definition there. So I can see it for later. We're gonna use the medium size. We haven't used the medium yet, filbert that I have. So by the way, they are a 2, a 4, and a 6, if you were wondering what sizes they were. There we go. Get that laid in. look at the next section. It's a little more pink, and then we have an outer that's a little more purple. So I'll have those kind of sandwiching there. Because I'm pretty sure these are now there's only 12 in this, but there are 72 pencils altogether if you have the full set. Okay, the next section's got some purple in it again. There's the purple. I was like, where'd the purple go? I couldn't find my purple for a second. This is, I guess, technically a separate petal. It felt like it was a continuation. We'll work this top guy first. Okay, now go with that blush. Into the big brush. I think I have enough on here. It's very possible I didn't put enough pencil down. It's blending some. Starts purple top and goes to light pink. Pink. Use the 4. Okay. Kind of looks neat right now because I think I'll do this one because that'll kind of give us a half and half for which sides I've worked and which I haven't. Right there for the view on that. It's kind of fun to see. You can see I've done this side. It needs so much more pencil. Like, it is just at the beginning stages. So many layers. That's the whole thing with color pencils. It's layer, 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 layer. Okay. This one. Oh, this one's going to be so much fun. We'll do this petal and then this one. I'm going to finish with this guy. Maybe we'll go back through and work the ones we've done a little bit more. Because I really like the idea of like having a half right there to show. I'll make a short with that guy because it's got some yellow in it. It's going to be it'll be interesting. Okay. Teeny bit of purple. Putting a little line there. Just kind of define. bring those guys together. I've got to figure this out because we got to make this purple super light, but it's not so much that this is darker, so I've got to use so sparingly in there. Okay, and then we got I'll give some white now for it to hold on to out here. Then we'll hit it with the blush. Now we'll blend it. Not perfect, but it's a good start right there. Where do I want to go next? That needs some, let's work a little bit in here, I think is where I'm going to go next. Because these don't really need much more color. These could use some love. my little guy? There's my little brush. Thank you for the sub, Felicia. Welcome. Tried to do a gamsol cleanup because this guy's bled a little bit. There we go. There we go. Little cleanup right there. Put in some white right here. Got some yellow sneaking in here. that's looking pretty good. And that finishes off my coffee. Reach the end of that for the day. Let's get a little deeper here. Down here so I can see it a little bit better. I'm gonna get that little bit there. It's got some purple in it, so it's one of those that's a little more tricky to do. Okay, we've got a pretty hard little white area right here on this guy, so we're gonna put that in to preserve that. And some light purple here. And then a little bit of purple in there. It's still pretty light. I'll try this with my little brush. This has a little bit of pink here to kind of define that. Okay, this needs a little bit of purple. I'm gonna put some white on it. There we go. It's looking pretty good right now. Okay, and let's go ahead and we'll work on this little area here a little bit more. Let's got that. Now a little bit more. Let's get this in here. Okay, that's starting to get there. That's still gonna need some work. It's a little too stark. It will get better. It needs some more blending. I think like if we brought this, kind of worked it to not be so harsh, it might be a little bit better. Because it looks almost striped right now. I think that'll help a little bit. It is actually, like, if you look at the original, it is almost striped. I mean, it's not, it just doesn't look quite right. Work a little bit, putting some more color in here. Oh, I just joined. Missed. What is she? Okay. Here, hold on. To blend, it's Gamsol. Here, I'll put my lid on so you guys can see it. Right here. Sorry, it's not going to be perfectly in focus. I've got it focused on my page, but that is Gamsol. I can go through real quick how I use it. I'll just dip my brush in, and then you always want to blot. And so I've got some paper towel here to blot on. You don't go just straight. You do not want to see your paper be wet. If your paper looks like it's wet, you've used too much. So no worries. I really like Gamsol for a blender. It's odorless mineral spirits. There are other brands. Gamsol is one of the big brands, typically used with oil paints. Sorry about the cough. Oh, that just like making that a little more vivid right there really helped a ton. When I get this and these, that's gonna really start bringing this to life. It's a slow process. But it's a lot of coughs there. Yeah, that there just did a ton for the color. Okay, so we need to put, this doesn't actually go white on the edge. I'm just gonna put a little purple on it, and we're gonna give it the blush. And then a little white. There we go. Okay. Really, really happy with that. Like that really did a lot. I thought it might. Let's go ahead and work on getting this guy. This guy needs some more purple. And there's a pretty sharp line here. Define this. Thank you for subscribing, Margaret. Welcome. I'm Elizabeth. Glad to have you here. There we go. This is getting its color in now. Needed to get some definition there, so let's get us some good definition between those two. Let's let's add a little bit back there on that little guy. This does have the hard white here. I need to get, okay, so this doesn't have hard white here. This goes all the way up. So I need to bring this up. And then that is more purple up here, so that's how we get our line between the two. There. I'm going to turn this sideways so I can get my line correct with my brush. Right here to kind of blend in a little bit better. There we go. And then flip this way. There we go. Getting those lines. Now let's look what this guy has. This is like, I need to pinken that up a little bit. So we're just going to go in with the blush, I think right here, to get some more color in there. Looking better already, just those couple of strokes. It's always funny sometimes when a couple of strokes can okay, still got these right here to do quite a bit of work on, but it is slowly getting there. I feel like this needs some more blush on it. Stepping back, taking a quick look. So we'll just add a little color here. There we go, get that a little bit definition. There's that. Getting in a shape here on looking at the add a teeny bit of purple here. Ah, that got away from me. This is also supposed to be way smaller here. I'm looking at these spots. Let's get that in. I think that's where we're gonna have to call it for today. It's been 4 hours now. For the next video, for the next live stream, I'm gonna go ahead and finish all the petals just because I want to get moving on. I'll save this to do, and this will, when we're working over here, that will allow anybody who wants to see getting into fine detail, we can do it there, and it'll show the same things I'm just doing over and over again over here, but just to work a little bit off camera so that keep moving with this. So we'll do that. And then it says once you do this, then the next they go into doing the background. So next time we'll work on this, and then we'll get started on background up in here. That's gonna be probably one of the hardest things for me because it's blurry, and I normally work with I work with everything crisp, and this is gonna be new and learning, and I'm looking forward to growing my toolbox by working in there. So we'll just put it there. But I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. If you have, please give it a like, as well as if you're new here and you maybe want to come along on this journey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can make sure you know when we're going. That notification bell will help know as well when we're going live. So that is it for today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.